Hey cousins, welcome back to another video. I got something for y'all. Want to be your own boss, quit your 9 to 5. Let me help you create your own e-commerce Amazon store, selling only Dollar Tree items. Let me help you turn 125 up to 10K. You heard me. Yep, 10K. It's your own pace. Let's get started with an information session. And y'all make sure y'all go visit my Instagram at Review That With Us and click the link in the bio. You can also find me on Instagram at Bossy Girl University. Baby, you ain't got no excuse. So this episode comes on with Big Lex, Pretty P, Nunu, and Bad Dolly. They're all sitting outside and they're having a conversation. So everybody is basically stating that they have visited St. Louis before, but they basically didn't sightsee. Natalie, Summer, and Jazz come walking outside, and Natalie is asking them what are they fussing for. They wasn't even fussing. They was having a conversation. You want them to fuss so bad, it's sad. So Natalie sits down and she lets the girls know that they're going out to a club called Marquis. It's one of the hottest clubs in St. Louis and they're sold out. But she wants them to go get dressed and then come back because they're having a house meeting. That was so backwards. I was like, what? Why you tell them to go get dressed and they looking all nice just to get out there and start fighting? So they show some of the girls getting ready, and they show Tasiki getting glammed. I just feel like Tasiki feel like she bigger than the program. Like, I don't know. That's just how I feel. So now we see everybody at the house meeting, and Natalie is telling the girls how her, Rolly, and Jalen went to the radio station, and they shouted out Marquis, so it's going up for them tonight. They represented for the Baddies. And then she's asking, who got into a fight. So Nunu was like that she fought smartly, talking about Biggie. So you got Anna and the Big Pop, and they talking about no Big Biggie, da da da. So Summer said something, and Anna was like, "You need to mind your business. You need to stay out of it." Blah blah blah. So now Summer and Anna are going back and forth. Anna keeps saying nobody's gonna keep beating up the same girl over and over again, and it's funny because the next episode, baby, it don't look like you beat her up. She look like she slapped Julius up. I ain't gonna lie. Now Natalie wants to know where Dolly is. So Tank says her nose is broke. Big Lex says no, her nose was effed up from the auditions. Tank was like, well, that's what I'm saying. It's messed up today. So they all wanted to know what happened. So Pretty P starts explaining herself. She said basically Emma wanted to know what people were saying about her. And she basically told her that Dolly said that she was ugly in so many words. Natalie says, so that's weird because you're telling her what we're saying about her. Girl, she's not telling her what you're saying about her. She's telling her what Dolly said about her. Natalie winds up saying what happens in this house stays in this house. So Dolly comes out of nowhere. Pretty P and her start going back and forth. Natalie wants to know who won the fight between Dolly and P. So Tank was like, she didn't see the first round, but she did see the second round. And that's what she did. What she did talking about Pretty P. Look at Pretty P face, y'all. At this point, I feel like Tinkerbella knows that she gets under Dolly's skin by saying stuff like that. So she just constantly keeps saying shit. So Pretty P basically was like, you keep trying to fight me. You got to fade with Tink and you got to fade with Tasiki. So Tasiki is basically like, look. She was like, don't put me in the middle of it. She was like, she want to fight you with one hand. She want to fight me with two. So next they get on the topic of Rolly and Slim. So Rolly is like, I haven't gave a eviction notice in a long time. So a lot of people were saying that they didn't even know that Slim had left. So Rolly was like, yeah, she left right after that ass whooping. Like, girl, you're big goofy ass. I can't. So Jane Alexis wants to know where Ivory is. This is my first time hearing that girl say 3 words all season. But Natalie does tell the girls that Ivory will be back tomorrow. She said she had court and, she followed up and everything was okay. She also lets the girls know that it will be eliminations tomorrow. She said because, they're going on a Hawaii trip and everybody cannot go. So Jayla decides to ask Natalie, what does it take to go on a Baddies trip? Like, she's about 5 years old. If she don't want you to go, she don't want you to go. So Anna yells out, no peeing on the plane. So Summer jumps up and says, eat my dust. Jayla starts calling Summer dirty and this and the third. And Natalie turns around, look at her like, Jayla, that's not baddie behavior. I almost felt like Natalie was Jayla's mother in that moment. So Natalie then asks Scotty the same question Jayla asked Natalie. So Scotty says for bees to keep their mouth closed and have fun or something like that, she said. And Summer said, and keep your PUSSY open. Girl, go sit down. So Natalie asked everybody to raise their hand if they like Summer. Everybody raised their hand except for Jayla and Jazz. So then Natalie asked Jazz how does she feel about Summer, and Jazz was like, I don't care for Summer. Summer says she doesn't care about that hefty trash bag Jazz had on. Jazz always look good. That's one thing I can say. So Natalie basically tells Jazz, like, I hope y'all can work this out, because if not, somebody is going home. And it's just like, we already know they're not sending Summer home. So Natalie lets everybody know that the special guest is Tommy. So of course Akbar stands up. Biggie says she been waiting all season for that. Tasiki is basically like, she hopes everybody can get their stuff off their chest so they can all go out with Tommy, because they never get a chance to go out with Tommy. Here with Natalie in a confessional. Tasiki said every time Tommy comes, she starts to fight, so we could never go out with her. That is not what she said. Then she gonna say, who would have thought that all these girls have a problem with Tommy? You. That's why you brought her there. So now everybody is discussing their issues that they have with Tommy. Akbar basically feels like she's on what Tommy's on. Like, if she want to scrap, then she want to scrap. If she want to talk, then she want to talk. So then Tinkerbella, of course, she cuts in talking about basically Tommy spoke to her at the reunion and then turned around and tried to be slick with her. Like, girl, go sit down, please. Basically, she was upset because Tommy said she didn't know who Tinkerbella was without her makeup. Then said something like she tried to talk to her crazy like Akbar. So Akbar was like, I don't think I tried to talk to you crazy. Whole time Tinkerbella tried to get off on Akbar because of something the producers did. Like, girl, just go sit down. I'm tired of her too. 10 minutes of fame is over. So then she tells Akbar basically she got bigger stuff to worry about. She got to worry about Tommy, because if they don't fight, then they going to have to fight her. Like, girl, go sit your dusty ass down. Seriously. Then she pissed me off with that, because, like, who do you think you are? Rolly says her and Tommy issue was settled at the reunion, but she doesn't know what Tommy is coming in on. Hopefully she's not coming in on nothing, because that's what got her A-whoop the first time. And of course they showed a flashback and it was no A-whooping. Like, girl, y'all just be over exaggerating. But she does say she feels like Tinkerbella and Akbar's situation was not handled. Akbar said she didn't feel like she was wrong. Tinkerbella said nobody said you was wrong. So Akbar's like, okay, so what's the problem? She talked about it was the wrong timing. Look now, girl, I wouldn't even keep talking to her. So Tasiki was like, look, both of y'all got a problem with the person that's about to come in here. So Tank is like, she got a problem with both of them. She gonna slap the ass out of both of them. Like, girl, you're not even cut like that. First of all, you fight like a wrestler. You need to go to WWE somewhere with that bullshit, because all you do is use your weight. So then Natalie starts talking about Tommy. She's like, me and Tommy, you know, we had an issue. She was like, but our problem just got solved. Like, it's not all the way solved yet. Rolly cuts her off and says, Natalie, you've been slipping. She was like, basically, y'all be talking about people behind their back, but when you see them face to face, you don't do nothing. So Scotty is like, yeah, but she shouldn't have to keep fighting the same person over and over. Rolly gets irritated like, Scotty, shut up, because you don't fight anybody. So Rolly basically was like, you know, we're not about to keep fighting your battles. Regardless of the fact that you are an executive producer, that doesn't mean that, you know, we take on your beefs and then you turn around and make up with them. But that's on y'all. Y'all take on her beefs. Because I wouldn't be taking on nobody beefs. But Natalie is like, how many times you want me to fight her? And I can understand that, because, I mean, really, how many times? What more do you want her to do? So Natalie started calling Akbar back out. So Akbar did come back out, and she was like, she just can't keep giving them type of people her energy. The way Tommy put some intros and them outros together, baby, oh my God. This might as well be her show. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, she really be putting that shit on. That Tom Brown, oh my God, girl. She ate their asses up the whole time. So Natalie does the most corniest shit ever. She turns her attention on Biggie and basically says, so you said when Tommy come, I hope you and Akbar are ready. Something like that. And so Biggie was like, yeah, that was 3 weeks ago when we had got into it. My thing is, take the energy up with Rolly. Biggie ain't said 2 words to you. So in comes Tommy and she has gifts. And so you hear Natalie in the background like, oh, she went shopping. You got something in the bag for me? Like, girl, how your energy just changed like that? Yeah, she fake as shit. So Tommy comes in there with this schoolgirl outfit, cute little glasses. They really look like the gun range glasses. Oh my God. Tommy came prepared. She was ready. She knew what she was going to do. She practiced that over and over and over and over again. Then had a nerve to be passing out big bags inside. Tommy a real one, I'm telling y'all. So after Tommy was giving out her hugs or whatever, she turned around, she spoke to Akbar. Akbar spoke to Tommy with this attitude like, girl, I don't understand. Y'all just trying to force an issue, but okay, granted. She was like, we was been supposed to have a conversation, and Tommy was like, we did. We had one on TV. She was like, but it didn't go well. She was like, I was going through things with my team. So the whole time they talking, you got Natalie and Jayla in the back just forcing a laugh, and it's nothing funny, but they're trying to force it because it bothered all of these people. Tommy has all of these women bothered, and it's just like inspirational. So Akbar wants to get into it about some type of situation that happened at the studio. I do recall, but I don't remember exactly what happened. And Tommy is just like, okay, like, girl, you're delusional. And then you got Rolly Button there talking about she'll do anything for a check. So Tommy was like, really? It looks like we're here to do the same thing. It's just our wages are different. So Rolly starts throwing out insults with Tommy. Rolly is so jealous of Tommy. It's sad. Like, y'all let this one person come in there and ruffle all y'all feathers. All of y'all. So she keeps talking about the schoolgirl outfit. Tommy was like, Tom Brown, 55,000. Akbar is still trying to talk about this fight, and Tommy ain't paying her ass no mind. Tank is sitting in the bed with her arms folded, bothered. So Tommy asks Akbar, like, basically, are you done? She was like, because you can never make my night. She was like, you cool? So Akbar was like, are you cool? So she was like, I'm cool. Like, I'm good. So he go Tinkerbella, oh, I'm not good. She was like, y'all need to fight. Talking about Akbar and Tommy, like, girl, go on. Tommy was like, oh, I don't even know her. So Tinkerbella gets up and says, why y'all not fighting? Taking her earrings off, which was pointless because you got on studs. Like, girl, you don't need to take earring studs off. Anyway, so Tank starts walking towards Tommy, and Tommy pulled that thing out and was like, wow. Like, it's not funny that she pulled it out and she did what she did, but it's funny because y'all need to stop trying to be fake bullies. Tasiki sitting there looking special. You got Jayla and Natalie flipped over. That's what they get for laughing. You got Tinkerbella. I think she was in shock. So now you got Tank going crazy trying to get at Tommy. And when she finally got at Tommy, she did Nathaniel. Like, Tommy looked like she really whooped Tinkerbella's ass. Rolly comes to the backyard and does all this faking. She threw a chin. She hit Nunu in the head with it. And that's how the episode went off. Y'all comment down below. Let me know how y'all felt about this episode. I'll see y'all down below. Then I'll see y'all in the next video.